Hey, do you need wallpaper? Go to wallpaperboulevard.com. Give them my name, tell them Spencer Colgan sent you, and they'll be sure to give you 10% off at checkout. Check it out. Tell them I said hello. They have a tremendous selection. Don't shop anywhere else until you've checked out www.wallpaperboulevard.com. This is Spencer Colgan, and welcome back to my wallpaper and painting channel on YouTube. This is about the 6th, maybe 7th time I've hung what has become popularly known as alligator wallpaper. Alligator, crocodile. That's what the pattern looks like. And it comes in 54-inch goods, but this is the more common one. 20.5 inches wide. That's the name of it. It's a European product. And I have seen people hang this incorrectly. It's very difficult to find the pattern. First of all, if you look at the wallpaper symbols under my thumb, you will see that it's a paste the wall product. Number one, don't get paste on this product because you'll have to jump through hoops to get it off. I can tell you that the product is very good stuff. So if you wind up having to wash the paste off after it's dry, the material is very good. It can stand a little scrubbing. Oh, okay, so it's actually called Crocodile Black, okay? See that right over my thumb, Crocodile Black? But you'll hear it called alligator wallpaper. So you paste the wall. The benefit to that is you're not getting paste on the edges with your pasting machine or rolling. Put it on the wall, and here's a little trick for you. Don't put the paper on a wet paste. Don't let it dry, but give it a little time that the top of the paste is tacking up. You touch it, your fingers, they're a little sticky. That'll help you with the edges getting paste, because once the edges get paste in these little grooves, it's a nightmare to get it out. If you do, get a toothbrush and warm water and literally go like this, up and down vertically, not horizontally so much, but vertically. You'll get in those grooves. Wipe it get multiple microfiber cloths and just wipe it, constantly turning your rag, throw it down, get a new one, constantly using new. You'll get it done. I learned my lesson with this in a lawyer's office. And I posted a video regarding the matter. Number 2, this is a pattern match. I have colleagues who hang this randomly. If your customer finds out that you hung it without matching the pattern, if they look close enough, they'll see that you didn't match it, and it's gonna be, you know what to pay. Heck to pay when you have to undo it. If you get that type of customer who knows what he or she is talking about, then you're going to have to redo it. Don't just wing this. There's a pattern match. Let me show you. I'm going to show you how to find the pattern and what to do when you do find it. Okay, I've laid out my first sheet. First of all, it's a drop match. So this is one piece that's 11 feet and 5 inches. The next one drops down to make the match. The first thing you want to take note of is this. The big pattern. You can see the back of the crocodile on this. There's his body. And so it's the same thing over here. But you want to take note, if you can, of where they are in relation to each other. It's not easy. Trust me, I know it. But if you can't see the pattern match, then you're going to have to resort to, like I did, because I can't see it either. You're going to have to get down close and find the pattern match. Okay, I found the pattern match. Look, you get down on your knees and you move this up and down. Watch this. You move it until your pattern matches. See this? Right here? You see how it meets up perfectly? Folks, you can thank me for taking the time to show this to you. I hate hanging this stuff. And this is why. Okay? Now, you see the pattern match? Take a look at it. Okay, you see all of those little pieces fitting together? You know what drives you nuts about this pattern? You join it together and 15 of them meet in a row. You're like, yes, I got it. Go a little further up past 15 inches. I mean 15 inches. And you'll see that it's off. Now, do you agree that this matches? Once you got it, don't let this go. If you have 10 sheets, you got to do this multiple times, right? So now you want to mark where each of them goes. So you want to take you're going to label this number 1 on the back. You turn it over, number 1, number 2. You take a blue piece of tape and you put it somewhere near the top so that you know that number 1 meets number 2 right here. So your blue tape will go here and here. Let's do it. Here's how you match it. You choose a piece of this pattern that stands out to you. Can I tell you that nothing stands out here except for one thing? Do you see this? I'll bring you closer to it. Do you see this pattern here? I was a police officer in New York. The center reminds me of the badge firemen in New York City wear. That's the only thing that stands out here to me. This thing. It's not near the edge. So, you see this unique one in the middle? Okay, let's go back. You see it right here? You see this one here? I'm going to put a little piece of tape in there. Now, I want to see where, in relation to here, the badge is over here. It's pretty easy to find, relatively speaking, on this thing. It's pretty easy. You see it? I just saw it. See that one right there? But you want to find it where in relation to the left side it is. So I'm going to find it over here. And then I'm going to know where that identifiable piece is from here in relation to its counterpart on the left sheet. I won't waste your time. I'm going to try to find it. On one of my other videos, you'll see that I assert that this pattern says that it's a drop match. You see that? 64/32. But what I asserted in a past video is that it's not true, so to speak. I've never gotten far enough away from this pattern to identify a drop, the fact that these two badges are horizontally level, one to its counterpart, doesn't mean that it's not a drop match. Because this badge appears throughout the pattern vertically speaking, and so too does it here. But if you step back far enough, I suppose that you could identify something going on that has something here, and here, and here again, and here again, which would make it properly so-called a drop match. But the heck with that, trying to find that. I have now identified that the badge on the left side of each sheet is horizontally on the same level with the badge on the left side of its counterpart, to the left of it and to the right of it. So for all practical purposes, I'm going to call this a straight match until you, the viewer, or the company can tell me otherwise. For hanging purposes, we're going to make it a straight match. That is to say, we're going to identify the only thing on this sheet that I can find distinguishable, which is the badge. The badge here and the badge there. And if you try to find the match here, you're going to need therapy. Don't do it. Identify the badge on the left side and on the left side of each sheet. Put them together. Label this number 1, number 2, and simply leave the tape on so that when you get it to the wall, you're not going nuts looking for it. And make sure you put it right on the center, because when you get to the wall, you're going to be looking at these things. You're going to move it up and down. By the time you're done, you wasted 10 minutes. These two have to be level. You're not going to find it here. Your eyes are going to play tricks on you. So now we've made it a straight match. We created a straight match. We don't care about this drop match nonsense. That's how you do it, folks. Okay? Then, to step up your game, in order to more easily identify the pattern match when you get to the wall. Yes, this is good, but let's face it, when you're right on top of it, you may not be able to see that this and this are level when you're on top of it or on a ladder. So to expedite the process by which this product, in particular, this product is hung, you want to once in a while come right up to the seam and put a piece of tape to the left and to the right, and the top will be the point at which the two are level. Not the bottoms, the top. So keep it in your mind, you make it, the top needs to meet in order to be level. All you're doing is creating a pattern yourself, practically speaking, in order that you may expedite the hanging process. Lastly, regarding the drop, the pattern, and what's called a repeat. And the repeat is simply the distance between the first badge, the second badge, and the third badge. That's called the repeat. And you want to know that because if you live outside of the United States, you don't understand the metric system. So now we can understand what this means. So we take a fixed point at the top badge and the bottom badge here and determine how far is one from the other. And it's 17 inches. I chose a point on the top and on the bottom, the same exact point on the badge, and I came up with 17. So just so you know, this crocodile pattern has a repeat of 17 US inches. Lastly, what you want to do is label them. Number 1 top, number 2 top, so on and so on, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc.